Don't be alone.
Yeah, so welcome to the post show. I just started recording the post show. I'm going to go use the restroom too. So thank you.
All right. So, is there a topic that you would like to open up with, DC? Because I don't know of one offhand. Guys, I'm feel so lonely. He's not responding.
There we go. Okay, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay. How about this? Is there a topic you'd like to discuss since you just joined?
I wanted to people keep asking because they have challenge quest PTSD about after Odin. I want to reassure people that challenge quest difficulty will not be this ridiculous going forward. There's nothing, as I was DMing Inkwelder about this earlier, but basically the only challenge quest that has made me sweat since Odin's challenge quest was ironically the one we just got, which was Ami Italian's Lost Chapter challenge, and that's just because it was stupid and we didn't have like Squall or Garland for Major Brave Shave. But other than that, nothing really sticks out. I think one of the hallmarks of the difficulty of these recent challenge quests being 210 and oh god, my mind's blanking. And Odin, where that even if you had fully built the characters, it was still hard. And I am going to say that that will no longer be the case. Well, let me slightly amend that. Emperor and Kefka being synergy at the same time is a bit annoying. But as long as you know how to just plan your HP sound so that it's not horrible, it just requires a little bit of thinking. But other than that, for real, like as long as you have decently built characters, you'll be fine. The requirements for ingots is going to drop because we're not getting as many characters as fast. So as you've been playing more over time, you'll be probably investing in more of your backlog, and more often than not, you're going to be getting events where you're going to. I was talking to Ink about this, like I said, like the month where Lufenia starts, where it's like Warrior Light, and a lot of people have Purple Warrior Light, me included. A lot of people have Agrius already, and maybe you got like a 0 to 3 Ida. And you're fine. You don't have to spend ingots. And it just starts piling up over time to where people start rerunning. You're like, oh, I don't need to invest ingots to do this challenge quest. So that's why I'd say they don't really become that more challenging, just solely because your roster is growing, your purple roster is growing.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I didn't purple Warrior Light back in the day, but I will be probably going for the LD for any pro tag. So, I kind of hope the rework. Will the rework make him more interesting to players? He's just going to be about the same as always.
Warrior of Light?
Yeah.
No, he's the exact same. He just gets more skill uses and base. He gets overflow overflow gained on his skills. Basically,
I'm a little sad, but maybe he'll be
the same exact Warrior Light.
Yeah,
maybe he'll be more fun to play because
not more
the quest will feel like I don't know. Maybe it'll feel more interactive. I always feel like I'm not seeing much interaction when I play Warrior of Light. I just see big blue numbers draining, and then it's like, oh, make sure the big blue numbers on the shield stay high, and you don't have to worry about much.
No, that doesn't change at all. It's just that those big blue numbers happen to also prevent HP damage. That's it. He has a quote unquote rework. He doesn't have a rework like Noctis did.
I'm back, by the way.
Well, if you're listening on the podcast version of this, that is Black Cloud talking, of course, and I think Resphoina is also with us.
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
We can hear you fine, Rez. How are you doing?
Awesome. I'm good. I'm finishing my God, I don't even know what number White Claw this is, but I'm putting together a nice little paper theater of Princess Mononoke while a little lit. So super glue and alcohol probably do not mix, but that's what I'm doing right now.
So I pinged Rez this last weekend, because I had, for the first time in my life, I had White Claw. I was at a social distance gathering of family, and I have nephews and nieces who are all young people and young adults, and so they were drinking young people drinks, which is apparently what White Claw is. Now, I will say this. So I've heard you, of course, I've seen you on your videos and, of course, live streams drink White Claw. But I'm a big Chicago Cubs fan, and White Claw is apparently from Chicago. It's a Chicago-based company.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so they've been advertising on the Cubs game. I listen to the Cubs game on AM radio because I'm 100 years old. I also sit and watch birds in my backyard and drive a minivan and drink coffee. That's my life. But so they've been advertising. It's hilarious listening to the sportscaster talk about White Claw. So yeah, I had White Claw for the first time in my life, and I didn't hate it. I mean, it was better. It was better than drinking a lot of things I've drank.
Well, there you go. If you didn't hate it, then highest praise.
I've never had specifically White Claws, but I've had things a lot like White Claws. I don't remember the exact brand.
Now, somebody told me
Truly or something.
Yeah, Truly's. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody told me that the Corona version, not the coronavirus, but the Corona beer version of the seltzer drinks are better. So I don't know. I'll have to test that out myself. I do like a Corona every once in a while. But yeah, so I popped my White Claw cherry. That's probably inappropriate to say.
Before I started cutting back on what I drank, I used to drink a lot of Truly.
Truly is great. My mom was actually one of the unofficial taste testers for Truly since we know the Sam Adams people. So it was really funny. The Jim Cook, who's the guy that runs Sam Adams, he and his wife were out to dinner with my parents, and he just brought an unlabeled can of Truly and passed it to my mom under a napkin and had her taste it at the restaurant. It was very sketchy, but
that was a nice little name drop there. Yeah, we just happen to know one of the eldest distributors of alcohol here in the United States. Very nice. Hey, so back on DFFOO, Rez, how are you feeling after your?
Oh my God, I'm so nervous. I didn't expect my luck to continue, and it did. And now I'm just wondering if this is just a sense of false hope. I only have a 10K lead on Jin. So for those of you that didn't see the pole battle, sorry, spoilers, but I got the LD with 1 multi, but then Jin got it with 3 multis, and basically whoever wins, we're going on. Oh, and here he is right now. We're going for the burst on Bosch's banner, and whoever gets it in the least number of gems total wins. So there's a very real possibility that I could still lose, but I love this taste of slight victory too much to lose. And
just to be clear, you're both going for Noctis's burst on Bosch.
Yes.
You guys are nuts.
You're
why? We both got the LD really early on Noctis's banner, so why waste our gems?
But what if you both get Bosch's full kit before you get Noctis burst?
I mean, for me, it wouldn't make sense for me to keep going after getting the LD on the first multi. I prioritize, I'd rather get Bosch's kit along the way than, save those 5K gems. I don't know. Jin also got it early enough, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm hoping that I don't have to pity the burst. But if I do, then it was only an extra 5K, I guess.
Are neither of you pulling on 9 then?
I'm not planning on it.
Who's 9? Is he a character?
I think I'm the only one who is planning to pull on that banner for the mystery character who we know is 9 from Type 0. And yes,
9 isn't a character, he's a troll.
What the hell does 9 do? I cannot for the life of me remember what 9 does in this game.
He's supposed to be some sort of he's a more aggressive styled tank, but he's got warrior of light shield.
What's his? Oh, he's the paladin. What's his weapon? Is it a spear?
Yeah, he's a dragoon too.
Yeah, he's the spear guy. Okay.
Mino should love him because he's a dragoon.
Yeah,
he's a better dragoon than Kane even.
Ooh, them's fighting.
Mino's not in chat. Mino's not getting in voice to call me out on that. I know he isn't.
Challenge.
What about Kane with his after use?
Nine is, he has Warrior of Light Shields, and he has an oh shit button on his LD that prevents any incoming HP damage like Beatrix does.
Oh.
And
nice.
After use, it turns into a overflow buff, 30% for the party, I think.
Oh.
Something like that.
Well, that all seems good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very good for multi boss fights, 2 or 3 bosses, but you never use them supposedly on single boss fights. He's terrible for those.
Joshua in chat is saying it's the one tank support that works with Kefka because no lock debuff.
There you go.
That's a good point, I guess. Yeah. And
start building your team right now. Yeah.
there you go.
How about Galuf?
But Gallup has all those buffs. I don't know.
Works with Kefka. There you
Got a
go.
point.
Yeah, there you go. I guess you could count Edge technically almost in that.
No, Edge has lock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he does. Well, I guess it's only one turn though, so it's kind of easy to avoid, especially if Kefka's got his LD effect up.
So welcome Jin Lee. If you didn't catch, Jin Lee did join us. So off of his fresh defeat at the hands of the terrible Resphoina.
Riz deserved the win.
Unfortunately, it's not an official win until I get to change his name and profile picture like he's so cruelly done to me the last several rounds.
I don't know. I watched that introduction video on Jin's YouTube. It made Rez out to be the villain of the story. So I don't.
It was so biased, which is why I had to set the record straight on my own channel.
That intro shared the. Who was?
Is Jin talking?
Yeah,
Jin, you're going in and out.
Yeah, Jin, you're cutting out for us.
Let me try.
You're also a little quiet.
It would help if you didn't try and speak from the opposite side of the room from your mic.
I thought you were going to say it would help if you didn't speak from the opposite side of the world.
How dare you? How dare you not live in these United States? Isn't gin also an alcohol? It is. Spelled differently.
Yeah.
Spelled differently. Yeah.
I don't think any of us are big fans of gin.
Oh, I used to drink gin a lot.
Yeah, I hate gin.
He loved us.
I hate it.
Did he rejoin
Jin,
us?
How's your mic?
Is that better?
Oh, that's beautiful.
We're all talking about how much we hate gin.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that
I meant you are the alcohol.
That don't fall for Rez's brainwashing lies that I'm the villain.
You are the villain.
Everyone knows
clearly.
the truth. Everyone knows the truth now.
Well,
I watched was meant to share the truth.
I watched both versions and liked both versions. I'm not sure that I sent a comment, but I rang the bell for notifications on all of your YouTubes. Like, subscribe.
So everyone's gonna be rooting for me like usual. Coming
No,
out.
I'll be rooting for Rez.
Thank you.
Oh, I root for
No
girl
one ever
power.
roots
Girl
for me.
power.
Yes,
do
girl
it.
power.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to get that White Claw sponsorship. So anything I can do, just trying to get some sponsors.
I mean, eventually we're gonna find out low key that Rez has been getting paid under the table by White Claw.
I mean, we've all got that content creator up. What
Well,
content creator rate up?
I was gonna, yes.
Oh, thanks, Quest, for that. Thanks, Joshua.
Yeah,
we really appreciate that extra rate up.
If you don't know, content creators do get an exclusive VIP rate up for polls. It's very well known, documented. A lot of people on YouTube know it, make comments about it. So it's not really secret. So yes, thank you, Squex Joshua.
Yeah, Mark really got a benefit from it last month. When how many gems and tickets did you spend?
I really, that was all a ruse to make you to throw people off. Throw people off the scent. The 120,000 gems that I spent on Squall's burst weapon, the 300,000 gems that how many gems have I spent in LDBT era? I have spent let me tell you here, let me select all. I have spent 325,000 gems since July 30th, and I have spent 1,527 tickets. So yeah, so that rate.
But that's because you forgot to renew your membership, and then you recently remembered to, and then you pulled on Noctis.
I just refreshed. I forgot to. I believe who is it? Rachel. who is the coordinator there. I probably not. It doesn't matter. I probably shouldn't use people's real names anyway. I forgot to email
Rachel.
Yeah, I forgot to email Rachel, and there is a Rachel though, isn't there? That's one of the other community managers, right? Was a Rachel?
Was it the Rachel that came on the one time?
Yeah,
is that what you meant?
No, sure, but there's another person.
It's the one that sent you like the email about like the the keychains or something like that.
Yeah, that person.
Why are you using real names?
Yeah, I don't know.
Joshua's gonna call you out. You're gonna get an angry email from Joshua about how you're leaking personal information.
So yeah, you gotta email the public relations and say, yeah, you're a content creator, and then you get rate ups on all your polls. I mean, this was best documented in one of Lids 87, our friend Lids 87, one of his poll videos. Somebody, I won't name any names, but someone came on and just really just said, oh, you content creators with your, Squex gives you, free gems and pull rate ups and, just gives you all the stuff. So, yeah, it's nice. So thank you.
Lids' Ultimisha pool video. If anyone is curious to read the huge thread about that.
Oh my god.
That's how it became kind of like a meme. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really great. We really appreciate it.
I think like the saddest part about one of the comments there is that somebody thought that, the 17,600 gem pack that you get, somebody thought that the gems that were in parentheses, which is just showing you what is the total of the 17,000 gems, somebody thought that those were extra gems that you get with that. And I was just like, oh, honey, no, it's just the 17K.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, say that again.
Sorry, I didn't explain that well. So you know how in like the most expensive pack, like the $80 pack or whatever, you get 17,600 gems, and it says like what is it, 8,800 plus 8,800 gems or something in parentheses. Somebody thought
correct.
that you get 17,600 gems plus another 8,800 plus 8,800 gems.
Oh, yeah. That was even worse than what I thought it was. I thought they just thought they got 8,800 extra gems on top of the 17. Wow, it's doubly worse.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Because they were trying to say, like, that's how much it costs to pity a burst. I'm like, oh, no, it's more. It's more. That's why it's, like, so not worth to buy gems to pity a weapon.
I cannot encourage you to buy that pack, but I do encourage everyone to buy the premium Moogle Pass in every costume. And, I think everyone should spend at least $100 a month on the game. Is Joshua still here? Trying to get some extra points here.
Actually, I get that comment on my video all the time. Like, how do I have so many gems? And then people would say, oh, it's probably because he whales.
Yep.
And like, I don't know, who would buy 700,000 worth of gems?
No, let's be clear, and we've talked about this, I know, in our channels. If you are a whale, if you are pulling, so let's define what a whale is. If you are pulling gems on every banner to get every weapon, you don't have 600,000 gems. You don't have 1.5 million gems. You don't have 2 million gems. And we have friends with that many resources. You know how many gems a whale has? None. Because they pull until they get the weapon, they buy more gems, they keep pulling till they have what they get, and then they stop, and then the next banner comes where they want to pull, and they pull until they don't have any, and then they buy, and then they pull. So, your whales have very few resources. Your hoarders, the people, the dirty, filthy hoarders, like many of you here tonight, no, I don't think any of the most notorious hoarders are on with us right now. J.A, I'm looking at you.
Black Cloud is notorious.
of the group here, he has the highest gem count. Hoarding or not, he does
Mark,
pull.
What's your gem count now?
663. I haven't claimed all my gems from summon boards.
I'm getting close to you then. I'm almost to 500,000, I think.
Whew.
I just passed 400K, this is the first time that I've ever passed 400K, and I'm so scared to what it's going to go.
Next month's going to be very expensive for me.
Yeah,
though,
thank you.
I'm planning to pity Arden.
Yeah, thank you, Predator 501. Make sure you get those extra ingots if you're looking to purple some characters for challenge quests. Definitely get some extra ingots. Yep, sell those ingot packs.
Yeah.
And hey, with the ingot packs now, you get sphere the things that do sphere removal,
Reset
right?
Spheres.
Yeah, reset spheres. So if you happen to like misuse your spheres consistently, it's a great way to get those spheres.
Mark knows from experience.
I do. I've used one sphere reset. I've just for not because I didn't value Irvine's sphere on. I valued it on X-Death, but I really wanted it on Noctis for the challenge quest. So I had to take it off.
X-Death worked really well with it, though.
He did. I mean, he was definite A game, big brain play there. But I did take it off. So maybe someday I'll take it off Noctis and put it back on X-Death when he gets his LD and BT.
Something tells me you're not going to take it off of Noctis and put it on X-Death.
It's going to be sitting on Noctis for a while.
His ranged LD is going to be amazing.
I cannot wait.
It's going to be worth it.
Yeah, I cannot. Tell the devs, Joshua. X-Death's ranged LD and makes all of his attacks ranged. Really looking forward to that. Because
nobody knows about my selfie.
#free selfie.
I'm getting called out for my selfie. Hey, Selfie could actually use her sphere, okay? She can use it on her Brave Plus. Unlike X-Death, X-Death cannot use the ranged sphere, and Selfie was loving that D sphere, I tell you that. I use her Brave Plus all the time.
You did actually have to use it in the Demon Wall Chaos Co-op that we did with 40.
I think, I did proc it once, we got to see the spear proc, yeah. Very useful.
The one and only time.
It made all the difference. Okay, guys, I have to get ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah, it was great. Hopefully next week I will not be quite as busy, so I will be more prepared than I was tonight. Because man, wow, Noctis is he's a mouthful. Anyway, y'all have a great evening.
Yep.
Mark.
Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, Arrow.
See you, Arrow.
Do we want to discuss any potential guest hosts for next week? Is there anyone who wants to come for Bosch/9?
Are we covering both 9 and Bosch next week?
9 drops as we discuss content, I believe.
Well, Lord, if anybody likes 9, yeah, we should probably get somebody who's interested in 9.
Also, I wanted to address in chat that for those who do not understand our sarcasm, we actually, content creators do not get content creator.
No,
definitely do not.
There is no such thing as that.
Yes, that is a joke. There is no content creator rate up. That was just somebody's crazy conspiracy theory. You know the internet and their conspiracy theories. Somebody on one of Lid's Ultimecia LD poll, somebody went into this long rant about how content creators, was that another White Claw being popped?
Yes, it was.
Whew, what flavor? What's
black cherry, the best kind.
Black cherry. Yeah, I did have the black cherry. That was my favorite of the
followed closely by raspberry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joshua did spend 90k gems on an unofficial stream for Kefka 35 CP.
Clearly,
yeah.
That
and
was
how many tickets
obviously
it was like how
false
many tickets?
flag.
Yeah.
That was planned. Clearly, it's all a part of a 2-year-long conspiracy to give a specific amount of people who record videos, make them look really good. It's clearly, this all makes sense, and you are rational for thinking that.
Yeah. It did not really pull the really sell the RNG when Joshua had to spend 90,000 gems on Kefka's 35. So when your community manager has to spend that much on stream, that's not particularly
in Kefka
good.
Makeup. Don't forget that.
That's not particularly good for the game. Or selling.
The cornerstone of a conspiracy theory is that it is always right no matter what. There will always be a way to think that what you believe is right. So
the conspiracy theorists probably believe it was set up that way so that those so that everyone would have the evidence that yes, look, it's not actually rigged.
Or maybe that's the start of content creator rate-up. After that ordeal,
that was the
Josh
beginning.
put in a ticket.
Yeah,
it was like I start needing this content creator rate-up square. So then that's when it got implemented.
I mean, every other time Josh has pulled for Kefka gear, he has not needed to spend that much. I believe he got Kefka's EX pretty easily.
Interesting enough, how long after that did we have guaranteed pity? Yeah, it's all starting to go together now. now
I can imagine him getting that note for sure. I would have given that note if I was his boss. Please don't
I will
pull on
remember
stream
that
anymore.
every other time Josh did pull on stream, he got pretty lucky afterwards. Like only a couple tickets and he was getting EX weapons. Like they were just dropping.
So Aeonis the Wingeds, Eons, in our Discord just shared a screenshot of XDES LD and EX ability, and apparently it's been changed to range. So we're very excited. Very excited for that. Looking forward to that. Thank you, Ians.
Wow, you wasted a removal sphere.
No, I'll just buy extra. I'm gonna get I'll get my monthly 8. I get my premium Moogle pass. I always get 4 costumes, even if I already have them. I just buy them again. And then I get 8 ingot packs every month. And thank you for your subs and your bits to help some. No, I have not spent any of our earnings on my own account. Oddly enough, I do believe. I keep saying this. I'm not really sure. I did buy this beautiful wall scroll, I think, with your Twitch money, and maybe some of that YouTube money, Black Cloud, right? We got to get on Jin Lee and Resphoina's tails here. That YouTube money coming in.
Oh yeah, we get like thousands of dollars every day.
Money.
Yeah, I'm speaking that into existence. It's just me bending the universe to my will again. I will be at 1,000 subs very soon.
Nice. Yeah,
I'm making it happen.
Go sub to Black Nero on YouTube right now. Let's break 1,000. Let's get the TCC.
It's not a matter
bump.
of if, it's a matter of when.
Hey, thank you, Jin Lee, for the sub. More money for my gems. Thank you. More gems for me. Woohoo!
I gotta support your whaling, Mark.
I'm gonna take.
You whaled all those 600k gems there.
I 325. But yeah, I'm spending like crazy. These pull videos I've learned from Black Cloud, and I have both learned from Jin and Resphoina that, man, those pull videos, they make the monies.
Apparently, yeah. My low effort Noctis pull video has like half the views my tier 15 video has. That's real motivating. For
tier lists and pull videos.
I'd say it's about 1/100th of the effort.
Yeah,
and half the results.
Pretty easy though.
Yes, but I had fun editing.
I believe the TCC Extreme tier list is still the most watched YouTube. Now we have our podcast audience and we have our Twitch audience. But in terms of our YouTube only audience, yeah, that now I will say I was watching another content creator's video this week on YouTube. I won't name any names. But it was a 55-minute video, and it had ad breaks. That's how you make the money. If you don't know, once you get up to 1,000 subs, for all of you listening online, I know everybody who's on with me knows this. Once you get up to 1,000 subs, you can start monetizing your YouTube videos and start getting money, and you get money through advertisements. So, based on views, right? And so I watched a 55, and I was just doing other stuff, so it had it in the background. A 55-minute video from one of our content creators in the DFFOO realm, and there I think at the very end I timed it. It took an hour and a half to watch that 55-minute video because there was ads like every minute and a half.
Oh yeah, that's the way right there. That's what I'm trying.
And I watched, so I was making somebody money. I just try to get that money for you.
That's the dream.
So I'm not trying to do that with the Crystal Chronicles. If you watch it on YouTube, hopefully there should just be a commercial, at the beginning and maybe at the end. And you can skip them if you want to, I think.
Oh no, I'm trying to do that.
I don't know. Yeah. So the
as much money off of you as you can.
Dimensions.
What did I say last week? This is pro bono work right now.
That's right. Dimensions End Entropy 16. Yeah, it's gonna be 25 minutes, but to watch it all, it's gonna be 6 hours.
I've been cut down on the video length actually, because those analytics of people who only watch the first like 6 minutes. Oh please, y'all want 10-minute videos? Sure.
Well, my should you pull in 5 minutes or less? Although I don't think you can monetize 5 minutes or less. Those always
YouTube's
got real
changed its monetization schemes again. I don't know. I keep hearing random things about how YouTube deals with this shit, but I'm not actually directly involved with it, so I don't know.
It's all very fascinating.
Yeah. I think
you can make more money based on the length of the video. Like if you have over 10 minutes, you can add more than one ad or something.
That's true. Yeah.
Learning pro strat.
I mean, you'll make an extra few cents.
As Black Cloud's pull videos are now 6 hours long.
Oh yeah, I'm letting every ticket animation roll out.
No editing.
Nothing. I'm not cutting nothing.
Commentary in between every multi-pull.
Take a large drink of water in between, and then inhale and exhale. It's like ASMR mixed with pulls. Anybody else doing that yet? I don't think so.
People will have to watch it for you to make it.
So yeah, that's a good tip for Rez's next pull video. Post pull battle. Just have a White Claw in between every multi. It can be like one entire White Claw between, that 5%.
Rez already gets the White Claw money, so she doesn't need
5% alcohol for every 5,000 gems spent.
I mean, that's actually genius. You're gonna pick up the people looking for ASMR videos, and then you'll introduce them to also gambling addiction. So
you broaden your market there. You got your avid drinkers, your asthma, your gambling.
Rez already started the ASMR for DFFOO. She kind of retired, unfortunately. That was a big trend. That was going to be the big trend.
It's too hard to create like chaos videos on my phone. I'm too lazy. It's
it's
I
fair.
don't know.
If it's not fun to do, then it sucks.
Yeah, once Terra Burst comes out and I can I'll have some more fun then. Terra Burst, Cell SLD, etc.
They're fun.
I'm so excited. I mean, you if you saw my video,
I watched your video. Are you excited?
Only a little bit, obviously.
I think you were in tears just when you heard that it was announced. I think even before you saw it.
I full on cried.
Yeah, they're fun. Their fights aren't too fun though. Dear God. Oh, I'm glad you could bullshit this recent fight in JP. That was such a relief. Oh my God. I don't know how it made it. So for those of you who aren't unaware, there was a boss that did a 30% HP poison in JP on the Mogs chapter, but they didn't make it immune to the debuff, so Yuffie can throw it back.
Oh yes,
and it dies in a couple turns.
Yes, Yuffie Chaos or Lufania viable. That is good times.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Save your.
That's what they get for trying to be smart.
Is she?
They forgot to make it immune to its own debuffs.
I mean, yeah, it also freezes you like Shiva too, and the way they're getting around Garrett, because they're like, right now, like in GL, like people were running on the 210 chaos. So like, if you bring Locke, for example, and you give him 6 frame debuffs, then he can't get debuffed. Well, now all these bosses that have guaranteed debuffs, they start dispelling one of your buffs.
Yeah,
just one at random. And so they get their debuff on there.
Gotcha.
So it's so bad. All that, the freeze and the HP poison, and then the consecutive turns just made this a nightmare. I'm glad I'm not doing it legit because. That being said, she's fine.
Is Yuffie? Is she a synergy character on that?
No.
Okay, yeah. So you have to
EX token her. The challenge quest.
Oh yeah, the challenge quest is a completely different fight. They've been doing that on the
that's
on the
Lufania.
chapters specific, or actually I think isn't for the current 210 isn't the Cosmos different from the Chaos? I think it is.
Cosmos and Chaos are completely different fights.
That's wait, no. So the trend also continues. The Chaos is different from the Lufania.
Okay.
I think. I don't know. The Cosmos is not even worth paying attention to anymore. It's gotten that point.
Oh yeah, Cosmos is completely ignorable at the moment.
Yeah.
Isn't Chaos pretty much ignorable in JP at this moment?
So I would have agreed with you if you asked me that 2 weeks ago. But I forgot I was saying it earlier. I think I was saying it out here. The Ami Detali and Lost Chapter Chaos was making me sweat. Just
right, yeah.
It was actually pretty hard.
It was only because Terra, Deuce, and Lael aren't the greatest brave shavers or turn manipulators like Garland or Ami were, or they can't just cut through things like Squall could. So,
oh yeah, you don't have Squall or Garland anymore.
Yeah, that made it awkward. And Deuce's LD is pretty good, but man, she still doesn't do much damage. So I was getting kind of gimped by the stupid. They're not turtles, they're snails, right? Are they snails?
They're snails, yeah.
Yeah, they're snails. I got jumped. I had to do some call abilities to kind of mitigate that. I was able to practice in the normal chaos, so people didn't see my failures. But like, it took me like 4 tries to figure out how to do it with those synergy characters before I finally recorded it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that fact that when these chaos fights come back around, the challenge course variants are going to be so different because we're going to have a different batch of synergy. It's just going to be those 3 mains plus a new 2-week synergy. Yeah.
And it looks like they're doing a double LD banners for Lost Chapters now. So
okay.
Consider.
Yeah, that's going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Save for double LD banners.
Clearly.
Don't pull on single LD banners anymore.
Yes. Even though looks like there's only going to be 2 of those a month. But only pull on those, basically.
I mean, that's always going to be the trend. I mean, eventually afterwards, there will be more double LD banners, just like EX pluses everywhere. So,
if you play too far into the future, you end up hating yourself now.
I'm not going to have any resources by then, so I'm not worrying about it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
There's no planning at this point. There's just pulling.
Oh yeah.
And then when we're done pulling, when we're out of resources, then we whale with all our YouTube money.
all $5 of the YouTube ad money. That's the end game. That's when the OnlyFans page starts. Oh yeah. Oh, that's my end game. What are you talking about?
That's the.
Why do you think I've been in the gym?
getting that 8-pack, getting ready.
Oh yeah. God, this is unrelated. I saw a guy in the squat rack doing barbell curls with like 2.5s on each. I was so mad. Just a waste of space.
Yeah.
Why are people like that?
I'm not. I'm not.
Wow, BC on his high gym horse.
Absolutely.
I got to get there.
I'm transitioning back into meathead mode. This is where I should have been 2 years ago. I kept getting hurt.
Just wrecked. Yeah, when are we going to get add that to your YouTube? When are we going to get workout vids?
I should record my Ring Fit runs.
Yeah, there you go.
Ring Fit
TCC ASMR. Gym challenge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I will get crushed under it.
Yeah.
I am way out of shape. I've lost a ton of weight, but I have not put on any muscle in the process.
I'm super weak. My arms are like noodles.
I have
Go for noodles right now.
As far as people know, I'm the strongest man alive.
There you go. That's what we like to hear. Now I was doing one of those YouTube workout videos with my girlfriend this weekend, and then they kept doing like the worst squat variations and burpees I've seen in my life, and I almost just started crying. I don't know if people do those things. It was like lose weight in 15 minutes. Oh my God. It's just gonna be some yoga, and they're like doing backflips and then like handstands on the ceiling and stuff. And I'm just like, why? Who enjoys this stuff? Not me.
What do you do in the gym?
Just main stuff, compounds, squat, deadlift, bench, overhead. Keep it simple. Get in and get out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I don't look at the city of Final Fantasy Opera Omni while I do it. Sometimes.
That's right.
He looks at all the other sweaty men.
Oh yeah. Why do you think I did all my boards so I won't get distracted doing everything else? Now I can't say, oh, let me just like not burn a book and run this summon board stage because I don't have anything better to do. Nope. Now there's literally no point unless I want to farm wild points, which I don't even think I'm that insane.
Well, my wild points are maxed out.
Chapter stages too.
What's that?
Are you done with all the story chapters stuff too?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm completely caught up, except for you haven't mastered
very
all the boards.
behind.
Yeah, you don't you don't play this game.
I don't play this game anymore.
I'm behind on finishing hard mode stages.
Farmed
some of the story chapters.
Little, but with the Moogle Pass and the new quality of life and everything, I still have like half of the treasures done just because it's so fast.
Yeah,
it's so fast. I love it.
Summon Biscuits asks, how do you max out wild points? Well, you forget to use them.
Yeah,
you forget to use them. That's how you have as many wild points as I do, as you can see or not see. Not very clear.
I was at about 70,000 or so wild points before I started using them.
That's because you're doing 3 runs, Mark. You got to do 2 runs and the wild point, and use the wild point.
Well, that's why I should have. That's what I should have done. I should have done 2 runs, wild point, 2 runs, wild points, 2 runs, wild points.
Yeah.
And that's what I said on the show tonight. That's the better way to do it. I have 3 kids in remote learning, so my brain is just potatoes.
Once you get into a rhythm, you don't look at the wild points on the screen. Yeah. Like it's just numbers moving. I capped and I didn't notice as well. And I was like,
I was binge watching 7 Deadly Sins, trying to catch up on that. And
watch better anime.
Send me some better anime. I'll watch it after that.
Or read Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, we'll get Scott Pilgrim. I was going to talk about Scott Pilgrim hype. I love that
being re-released the game.
Well, it looks like an updated version of the side-scrolling bash 'em beat 'em up.
Yeah.
That was I originally had it on the Xbox Arcade, I believe is what it was.
I had the PS3 version. I thought that game was lost in the IP license hills because it was owned by like 3 different companies. The IP.
But I mean, I love Scott Pilgrim, but I also love the side scroll. I mean, I'm from a generation that, pre consoles. Although I had a Nintendo probably when I was 8 or 9. That's when Nintendo came out. But we went to the arcade and played arcade games, and the Ninja Turtles side scroller, the Children of the Atom. X-Men side scroller. No, Children of Atom was the fighting game. But the Avengers had a side scroller. The Dungeons and Dragons side scrollers. Alien versus Predator had a good side scroller. Of course, Double Dragon. There were side scrollers like that. A couple of the fighting beat 'em up games on Nintendo were pretty classic. But we went to the arcade and played the 4. Simpsons had the classic side scroller. Course, Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, you had to get multiple people.
The 4-player X-Men, the 4-player Ninja Turtles, the 4-player Simpsons, 4-player D&D games. Those are so fun. So Scott Pilgrim is just all of that nostalgia. Plus, it's Scott Pilgrim, so it's pretty cool.
Yes.
I'm looking
I
forward.
recently started watching Attack on Titan. Actually, BBC mentioned it, and it's an amazing. Yeah, Brez introduced me to
Love
it.
Attack on Titan.
It's so good so far. I'm only in like the 10th or 11th episode, but it's so.
Be careful
it's
because
so
the manga's
terrible
ending soon, so
and
there's probably
good.
going to be spoilers everywhere.
Well, I'm
not in any of those chats. So.
The last season is coming out soon. I'm very excited. I've been doing my third watch through with my dad, actually, and he absolutely loves it. He's like, let's watch Clash of the Titans now. I'm like, Dad, that's not it, but he never
that's
remembers.
not it,
great.
but that's good.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so
I could never imagine my dad watching it.
This next season is going to be the last season?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Has to
I
be,
didn't know that.
When's it coming up?
And damn, it's September. Oh shit.
It is September.
Oh my god. When does it come out? How about I'll say soon. Did we get a date? I don't know if we got a date.
We originally did, but we don't know if it's changed.
Right.
I still got time. I just need to finish the first 3. I don't go that fast through it, so.
You can stop yourself from watching once you get into a groove with that show.
Yeah, I don't watch much TV, and I have little kids, so.
What are we talking about? Sorry, I tuned out for a sec. I'm
anime.
really getting tired.
Attack on Titan.
Oh, I don't think I've watched anime in several years. Not because of any dislike for anime. I just kind of have just stopped watching television series in general.
As long as you don't watch Evangelion, then you're good.
Yeah, that's we had a long conversation.
Evangelion long ago.
we had a big conversation. It's not any better than it was.
I watched the first 2 movies of the Return of Eva, and that's where I stopped.
Good.
Mostly because the third one wasn't out.
I barely watch any anime.
Showed me NGE when I was like 7, and I think
I
just blocked it out of my mind.
I'm so sorry.
7.
I didn't remember anything.
That was a very early age to watch it.
7.
I'm so sorry.
He knew that I liked anime, so he was like, "Look, it's anime. Let's watch." And so we watched it, and I don't really remember that much. And then I finally remembered like a year ago. I finally watched it again a year ago, and like things started to come back. But I remember asking my dad, I was like, "Why did you think that would be a good idea to show a 7-year-old child?" He's like, "I didn't know it, but I wanted to watch it with you."
7's rough.
It was
I watched the first Alien movie when I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Oh yeah, well that's fine.
Oh God, no.
I had nightmares about that for a while. That was not fun.
Yeah, I must have saw Jaws when I was 3-4 years old, and I've been terrified of sharks ever since. So yeah. Not particularly scary, oddly enough. Going back, I've been on the ride even, and actually I've swam with actual sharks too. But that's neither here nor there. So I have a 9-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 6-year-old, and the boys and I have watched. My daughter's 8. My daughter and I have watched all kinds of crazy shit. But the boys and I have watched. They've watched all of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. The original Dragon Ball probably not appropriate. Dragon Ball Super's fine. Dragon Ball Z's okay. But yeah, the original Dragon Ball, things in the 80s in Japan were very different than our culture. Super inappropriate from time to time. They've watched all of Bleach.
Why would you do that to them?
Because I like Bleach.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, I like Bleach, but the anime.
Well, yeah, it's we'll see what the new if they ever get the final. They're talking about the 1,000-year Blood War.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, so hopefully that will be good. What else have they watched?
Wait, there's more Bleach coming. I'm so out of the anime.
Yeah, the final story arc. They're actually going to work on as an anime. Yeah,
that is exciting.
But they haven't released a new one in a long time, have they?
Oh, no. It got canceled.
It got canceled. Yeah.
Long time ago.
Okay, makes sense then.
I want to think there's a couple other things that they've watched, but yeah, you got to be careful because Yeah, some of the anime super not appropriate. 7 Deadly Sins not
No.
appropriate. Not appropriate.
Not in the slightest.
Not appropriate. No
I
one
recently
watches One Piece now.
Oh, I read One Piece religiously.
Yeah, so I did start because I have not watched all of One Piece or Naruto, and so I was sitting up in the morning with my 6-year-old, and he's like, he wanted to watch something. I was like, well, do you want to watch pirates or ninjas? So we did start watching One Piece a little bit, but that's like 7,000 episodes. So
that's not a good watch.
Yeah, it's rough.
I recently binged Erased and Parasite, both in like
Ooh.
one sitting each.
I
Oh
love
my god,
Parasite.
those shows absolutely fucked me up. Wow.
I love Parasite.
Both amazing shows, and they're only one season, which is nice because they wrap up all the little loose ends. But if you want a show to psychologically scar you, then watch Erased.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
I love a good psychological scarring.
Yeah.
Yeah, Made in Abyss. Some good psychological scarring there.
I keep hearing that from my boys, but I've been lazy.
Oh,
Probably
it's so good, and it's only. I mean, the second season hasn't come out yet, but it's 13 seasons for the first 13 episodes for the first show, and it's so worthwhile.
I see.
Very, very good. Highly recommend it.
Rez always recommends scarring yourself.
Yeah, just
watching these.
Contact.
This is so scarring. It's so good.
Contact.
This is another one that's really scarring. It's really good.
Yeah, you should watch this. It will destroy your soul. That's good.
That's literally how I advertise it to people.
So bad. You should.
Well, that's also how I advertise the Danganronpa games.
Yeah, you were trying to sell Mino on that earlier. The third one, right?
He's a punk. He needs to play the third game.
Yeah. Number 3.
Where is Mina?
He was in chat earlier. I don't know if he's. I don't think he's still on. I don't know where.
He's not taking any bait.
He's not taking any bait. He's currently not on Discord, at least. He was on earlier.
Or he could be like me and perpetually appearing offline.
In the Twitch chat, but that doesn't mean he's actually paying attention.
Yeah. Probably playing Avengers. Yeah, he's got to catch up on the Avengers grind before the.
He was complaining about being behind Shara.
Yeah, Shara was up on him.
That doesn't actually mean Shara was up on him. It just means that he believed he was behind Shara.
Yes, well that's true. He is constant inadequacy issues. Always trying to find somebody else who's.
Danganronpa is great. Eons, I agree with that.
If you calling Mino insecure doesn't bring him on, nothing will.
No,
Danganronpa, all 3 games were amazing.
Yeah.
If you have not played the Danganronpa games and you have an opportunity to do so, the 3 main VNs were all amazing. Ultra Despair Girls was okay. I thought it was mediocre at best.
Hey,
Inkwelder from the Tonberry Troop fame.
Hey, yo. How's it going? How drunk is Rez?
I'm not that drunk.
She's just been downing White Claws like crazy, though.
How many White Claws are we in right now?
Let me count. Okay.
Alcoholics.
I'm only on like number 4 or 5.
Is that a lot?
It's 5% alcohol each, so no.
I don't know what that means.
So does anybody else watch the Tri channel, the Irish millennials who like eat random things and drink random things? Or am I the only one? It's a YouTube channel.
I only saw the episode you posted.
Yeah, I think they're hilarious. They're Irish millennials, and people send them crap. So we should start doing that in the DFFOO. So have the DFFOO try. People can send us random alcohol, and we'll video that. Your favorite DFFOO content creators.
Well, Inkwelder's the food guy. He should
spicy
yeah.
turkey.
If you open up food, I will send you guys some stinky tofu. You will love it.
Not the stinky tofu.
Oh, I love
food is so descriptive of so much food. I think I've literally tried food because I heard of it from Inkwelder's random analogies. Like the Poke Bowl specifically. I didn't know what the hell that was, and I actually still don't know what it is, but I ate it.
And it was damn good, right?
I probably. I don't know which part of it, because I got it in a combination with some other. Was it? What's the word for hibachi? Yeah, hibachi.
Ooh,
food.
the hibachi.
Yeah, so I didn't know what part of it because I kind of just ate it all at once.
So my sister-in-law her family is from Taiwan. She was born in Taiwan, but they moved over to Silicon Valley area when she was very young. So she born and raised California, basically. But yeah, she loves the stinky tofu. My brother, who is very white, obviously, not such a fan of the stinky tofu. And they've been to Taiwan too. It's not like, they tried to make it at home. So like they've been to places where it's supposedly very good, and she loves it. I mean, yeah, she loves it.
It is much better than fermented shark, like incomparably better.
I've never even heard of that.
I'm not really sure what the comparison between those two things is. Those seem like different things to me.
Fermented shark smells.
It is so much better than absolute shit,
Wait, hold
Stinky
on.
tofu tastes a lot better than dog crap.
Don't tell me y'all actually ate that, right?
You get it in Iceland. Get it in Iceland.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh God.
So
well,
Rez would love it.
All right.
Rez would love it because when you get if you get a platter of fermented shark, you also get to get a free drink of the Black Death.
Oh yeah, you need that.
What is the?
Why would you drink something called the Black Death?
That makes sense because you have to. You have to be bombed to eat something like that. You have to be like super wasted, then you can eat the whatever fermented shark is.
So it's probably, it's a shock to all of our listeners, but I'm part Scandinavian. And we have this thing called lutefisk, if you're not familiar with, which is fermented whitefish. But they ferment it in lime and just let it rot for months. And then they eat it like a delicacy. But, we used to do that when we didn't have refrigerators. So we needed to find ways to keep the food. But they still eat it. Like some people love the lutefisk. And it's basically just nasty, fermented, moldy fish. It's not good. So I can imagine fermented shark not the best.
I'm feeling very grateful that I grew up in Italian, Lebanese, Chinese, and Trinidadian cuisines.
Yeah,
at
that's
home.
better food than my ancestors. Yeah.
Wow, what a flex of all her races.
Yeah.
I know.
Hey.
Bam.
Did I hear Trinidad? Oh, shit.
Yeah, my Chinese grandma was born and raised in Trinidad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I am so happy. I am so cultured. I am just the most cultured person ever.
I got some good friends from the islands. That's what's up. Great people.
Islands forever.
Awesome.
Man, I want callaloo now.
Again, Rez with the verbal abuse.
Meanwhile, in chat.
So I was going to say something smart about this food, but I forgot it. So just know that somebody deserves some snarky comment. Just hold that feeling.
I'm sorry, Inkwelder, were you going to ask me something?
Oh, well, no, I was saying when you were talking about not having a refrigerator, I was going to ask if you were secretly 250 years old.
No, I was just saying when we invented lutefisk, there was no refrigeration. I act like I'm 250 years old, sitting in 5:30 in the morning, watching the birds, drinking my coffee, listening to sports radio.
That's Thanos level retirement.
That's my life. That's what I do right now. So yeah, retirement's going to be great.
Sunrise on a grateful universe.
I do. I love my life. I don't get to drive my minivan very much. I live next door to where I work, so that's.
Yeah, of course you fly it. Why would you drive it?
Yeah, I fly.
I feel like I need some alcohol.
Me too. Every parent who is doing remote learning needs alcohol.
Frequently.
Jennifer went and visited. She had to pick up something outside of our city a couple hours away, and she dropped some stuff off with a friend of ours, and she's got our friends, her and her significant other. They have 6 kids that they've fostered and adopted, and all who have some special needs, kind of like our kids. And she loves remote learning. And I asked my wife, I'm like her and her wife, at least she's enjoying it. I don't know if her wife's enjoying it. I think her wife's a lot more like I am. Probably not super enjoying it. But I'm like, how much wine has she had to drink to make remote learning enjoyable? Because I was at home with my 3 kids today, and I was not having a good time.
Actually, 40 posted
Oh my god, that was
an image of him. He went to the grocery store, right? And he saw a sign above the wine and alcohol section that said "back to school supplies."
Yeah, right. It's a reality.
Adult back to school supplies.
Yeah, pretty much it was implying here for all you parents, here's some alcohol.
I could see, and unfortunately, dealing with some of the cases that I've dealt with, it can be a very negative thing, obviously, as stress increases and other things do as well, domestic violence. But yeah, it's and I feel like some of my kids' teachers might need some. They probably once the weekend hits are already 6 or 7 White Claws in, because it's stressful for them too.
Stressful for everyone.
Nobody needs to be online that many hours a day. So what I'm saying is send some liquor to the parents in your life.
He's saying don't have kids.
Okay? Well, I'm definitely saying
go and get vasectomies.
I am
go get neutered and spayed.
I am the only person. I am the only person here, I believe. I think I'm actually the only person in our entire team. Unless does Shara have kids? Shara has dogs.
Shara has kids.
Shara has kids.
I think besides Shara and me, yeah. Either Shara has kids or he's really fond of his dogs. I'm not.
No, he was talking about birthday parties for his kids and stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Shara has kids.
I mean, you can have a birthday party for a dog.
You can.
Good.
And he is Australian, so I mean, who knows? Any reason to drink beer?
Rez, is Teddy as cultured as you are?
Teddy speaks 3 languages, so yeah.
Teddy eats only the finest cuisine.
Teddy only the two of the words that he knows most in English are cheese and chorizo, which I guess isn't an English word, but I have to literally spell it out. So cheese. But I have to literally spell those 2 words out if I'm around him, because if I say it, he'll just perk up and immediately sprint towards me.
Oh.
But he'll
that is
he'll
one
go
word.
With anything, honestly.
That is a cultured dog.
He doesn't like peanut butter, which peanut butter is the fucking best. So I don't know where that came from, but he does not.
A dog who does not like the peanut butter. Interesting. Maybe he has a nut allergy.
Congrats 5DPZ on your son turning 1 next week.
We do have some members of our community. Retro Gamer Dad, 5DPZ. We celebrated. Somebody had. A new baby, who had a new baby last week. My mind is going blank all this, and we have plenty of parents in the DFFOO community. Many parents of young children. Of course, 40, the Broadway Satan, has a child. Edgeworth is his newborn, younger. I guess he's about 1 child. So, and we have some people in our Discord who listen to the show who have older kids. A lot of our podcast audience is maybe a little bit older than some of our Twitch audience and Discord audience too. So I know that we have plenty of listeners.
The TCC is for the senior center of DFFOO.
We are. It's true. There's nothing wrong with that. We are the retirement community of DFFOO players. Yeah.
We found that out when we were talking a year ago, finding out everyone's age, and then we were like, holy shit, we're all so old.
I'm the oldest member of the Tonberry troop because we got some youngins apparently.
I don't know that there might be a couple of people on our Discord who are older than me. I don't believe there's any content creators who are older than I am.
Nope, you're the grandfather.
Well,
and Pierre is not older than I am. I know people tend to think Pierre is older than I am, but I am older than Pierre. Just by a couple months.
It's a good thing. We're wiser.
Yeah, hate is 40. Yep. So yeah, I have the back of a 60-year-old. Yeah, so hate is a few months older than I just turned 30.
I think hate 13 and Sesam are the oldest in our Discord.
Sesam is a little older.
It's 40 something, yeah.
Yeah, so we have now back when we were in the FFRK in the FFRK days, we did have a member of our Discord community who was in their 60s. And
that's impressive.
And I just happened upon a YouTube video this week as it was like playing random videos. You know, I wasn't paying attention. So jump from video to video. This 60 or 70-year-old British woman who does game unboxings and was unboxing Final Fantasy VII Remake and was like super excited about it. I was like, I'll have to find her on YouTube again. Because I'm not sure that I subscribed to her, but I probably will because she was super fun. I mean, just like this very proper English woman, like super pumped about Final Fantasy VII and yeah, food for dogs. Yeah, I think that's right. That's the channel. But she like unboxes like hobby board games and stuff, and oh yeah, it's pretty intense. The couple of videos, I'm like, this lady's got it going on. We got to get her in our community.
Mark,
I can so imagine.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jen.
Well, I was just gonna say I can so imagine you, Reza, being that later when you get older.
Oh,
just doing these pool videos and all these things when you're like a grandma.
Until it dies. I play this game until it dies. But there's an adorable grandma that loves the Animal Crossing, and she got like Nintendo actually named a villager in New Horizons after her because she went viral. But there's a video where her grandson, like during COVID, he ended up getting one of the limited edition Animal Crossing version Switches for her, and there's a video of her unboxing it, and it's very wholesome. There's also a video of her showing her 5,000 hour New Leaf game on 3DS, like her town in New Leaf, and it's my gosh, it's unreal. And she's like in her 80s.
Well, I am surprised. I'm surprised. I kind of came from a town that most folks were not very technologically savvy. I'm surprised now that I've come out here by the city. I live in the suburbs of Chicago. We have a lot of, I'm a pastor, and so I'm doing a lot of videos for church, and I do daily videos for the church, and then we do online worship as well as outside worship occasionally. But I'm surprised. We have a lot of like 80 and 90-year-olds who have iPads, who have smart TVs, who have tablets, smartphones, who are watching us on YouTube. So age doesn't always mean you're not in on the technology game. That's for sure. So
you should plug your sermons, Mark. They're pretty good.
In my daily devotions, I have the Crystal Chronicles background, so I don't have a green screen. So yeah, we have the merch hanging back in the daily devotions because I do those down here in my in the Palacious In-N-Out Burger studio here in New Lenox. We don't have an In-N-Out burger. But yeah, you can go to umcnl.com and listen to all our worships and all my daily devotions. But it will either be me preaching or the other pastor, Wesley is his name. So we've been taking turns since I moved here.
I wonder if there are any people in your community that also listen to this podcast.
Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge.
The overlap would be small.
Not to my knowledge. Did I grow up in Mesopotamia?
Sorry.
Yes, I sure did. I sure did. Yeah, I am. I'm a very cultured individual. I grew up in Northern Illinois, and then for a while I lived in Iowa, and then I moved back to Northern Illinois. So. Yeah, very exciting.
You are right up there with Raz.
Yeah. Now
she's got Trinidad on you.
And ancestrally, I do have all of my great grandparents were immigrants, and I am of course all European, but a variety of European from Swedish, Danish, German, Irish, and Czech. So the most cultured of my folks are the Czech folks.
Am I back?
Because they the Czech folks, they got around a little bit, so but it's probably a lot. It's probably
we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, my internet just died for like 10 seconds. That was strange.
Okay.
You are
Everyone
back.
got silent. I thought it was just awkward silence. No,
Awkward silence. The silence.
Have you guys
is
done
awkward.
23andMe?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, my brother did for us. Yeah. Everybody's
Yeah,
Mon-
it's super
everybody's
weird.
I have
Mongolian.
not. I am 100% Vietnamese, and so
I'm
there's no
5%
need-
Jewish.
There's no mystery.
No.
5%
BC,
Jewish.
that's awesome. I'll give you any Jewish tips you want.
Tips. Any advice?
I don't any for how to truly live into your Judaism.
Okay.
That can go down a real slippery slope. So I'm not gonna.
Yes, that's.
I'm not
I was
gonna
wondering
get
where
into
this is
that.
gonna go.
Jen, are you actually 100% in the thing? You're not like 99.9.
I would have to do 23andMe, which I haven't done. So, but I mean, everyone's probably like 0.1% something. I mean,
Mongolian mostly. Yeah, isn't that the big one?
I mean,
everybody's like
countries have been invaded and stuff.
mostly by the Mongolians.
But
But isn't that a thing
West
about
Africa.
what's his name? Genghis Khan, right?
Yeah. I mean, we'll
impregnated a lot of
listen to
people.
you. We'll listen to you. You were there. It's fine.
I was.
There you go. There you go.
Has anyone seen Mulan? The latest.
Oh no,
has anyone seen Mulan?
we're
You'd have to pay me to say that.
yeah, we're boycotting Mulan for some reason. I found out. So
Why are we boycotting?
I don't know, but
Screw live action.
I've been
How
found.
was it?
I've been told that we
I'm
should watch it.
not boycotting it. Is it worth watching?
I wasn't planning to spend $30 on it. I was planning.
It's not worth the price of it. I would say if you can get it somehow for free, then it's not too bad.
Yeah, somehow.
But it's not worth
It's not
the price
high
of
praise,
admission.
high
somehow.
praise.
It's not worth the price of admission for sure.
The only movie I'm looking forward to in the immediate future is Dune. So we'll see.
That
when
trailer
comes out.
looked great.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Also, the price of admission isn't that you get to see the movie and you get COVID. So that's
Yeah,
I think
pretty
they're doing
expensive.
something digital, right, for Mulan.
yeah. Mulan
are
is
they?
you have to have Disney Plus, and then you pay $30 in addition to having Disney Plus. So, or you wait till December for it to be free on Disney Plus, or with your subscription. So I'm more than
Okay.
happy to wait till September because I'm going to get or December because basically the only reason I bought Disney Plus, besides I love Disney films, is Mandalorian, and I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, when is that next season coming out?
Should be coming out this month or next month.
Nice.
they just-
The
probably-
first season was quite good.
Oh, it was
I need to binge
First,
watch it.
so good.
I
It was really good.
Just fun, good TV.
I want to watch it, but my girlfriend sends me Baby Yoda memes every day, but won't watch the show. So I'm in a difficult position.
He is. The funny thing about Baby Yoda or the child, much more cute in the actual show than all the memes. I mean, it's hard to imagine that. But yeah, he's pretty freaking adorable in that show. Yeah.
I think
Definitely.
I binge watched The Mandalorian and The Witcher like back to back. and
Oh
those were
yeah,
both,
I enjoyed
amazing
Witcher a lot.
shows.
I enjoyed Witcher a lot.
I
I'm
have to
looking
watch
forward
that
to both
also.
seasons.
I did binge. The boys and I watched Mandalorian every week as it came out. But yeah, one of my friends was visiting, and so we binged The Witcher like in one night. This is pre-COVID. Yeah, so we binged it in like one night, the entire Witcher series. That was
So
fun.
good.
That was fun.
The show made me learn that there were books.
There were books before
I-
the video
Yep.
game.
I did not know that.
Sometimes
that.
sometimes
Originally, The
people write
Witcher was a
books.
series of novels,
Yeah.
and then those novels were the basis for the video games. The video games were based off the books, but were not completely based off of them. So basically, the way it worked is the video games were a follow-up, but were a spin-off. So they were not canon to the same story, and the Netflix series is more of a retelling of the books.
Yeah, so the video games were not like story-wise anything like, well, I mean, they had the characters, but not like, they're not the story that the books or the show are telling you.
Actually, it came out afterwards that apparently the author of the novels didn't actually like what was done with the characters in the games.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
the
there was
game.
some
The
shit
game.
that came out in the games. Yeah, in the game, sorry.
No, from what I remember of the story, the show was pretty good. I mean, in terms of the base story, I forget the books are they weren't released in order. I think it was one of those things, right? They kind of skip around timeline, just like the show.
Yeah, CD Projekt Red originally got the license for the games because the author wasn't really known. So it was a cheap license to pick up, and the series didn't really get any popularity until like the second or third game, and it didn't really take off at all until the third game.
Yeah, I've only played the third game actually, so
I played all three games. The first game
author
was
should be
not
thanking
great.
them.
The first game was not good. The second game was okay. The third game was amazing.
It was good, yeah. The third one.
I need to play it. I own it, but I haven't played it.
I'm just gonna tell you the first game is really, really janky and a mess to play. The second game is better, but still has very big, janky, messy mechanics to it. The third game is, everyone's played it, or most people have played it at this point.
I think it must have been free on Xbox or PlayStation at some point. Yeah. With the subscriptions.
It took CD Projekt Red a long time to get to figure out how to make it work.
Yeah.
As long as they did it, that's what matters.
And the nudity is top quality in this show.
Yeah, it's not
Time to play.
The nudity was there from the beginning.
Definitely not a game for the kids or a show for the kids.
You've caught my interest.
Like Game of Thrones, not child appropriate.
The horniness and the nudity and the sex was there from the beginning.
Oh yeah.
And that's what sells. That's why I started watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
The
DC's
scenes
gonna watch
in
The Witcher
the
right
first game were presented as a how was it? It was cards. When Geralt would have sex scenes, you would be presented nude cards of the women involved in the scenes.
Nice.
Like just
Classy.
nude poses on
Classy.
like playing cards of the woman involved.
Oh,
Classy.
wow.
Like classy playing cards.
like
of the
classy. Classy nude playing cards.
Classy, yeah.
Classy. Yeah, by the third game, there's no cards. It's just
yeah. Then you have a full play.
There's
Then you have a
just
full
scenes.
board game.
Yeah, it's just
And then you just have sex scenes.
yeah, there's just things. Yeah,
Genius.
3D modeling, very good.
Bless technology.
But that's
Should I
very
watch?
inappropriate.
Should I watch Mandalorian first, or should I watch Witcher first?
Well, do you want to have fun or do you want to feel bad about everything?
I don't. I actually.
What a qualifier.
I just finished watching Legend of Korra, so I guess I want to feel bad about everything.
Okay,
and
yeah.
just
So if
keep
you
it
just
going.
watch Legend of Korra, right? So that's a good. So Witcher's a good follow up for that. And then after you're filled with despair and sadness, then you can watch The Mandalorian and feel good. Yeah. So I mean, obviously, Mandalorian is very, very Star Wars, pulp fantasy, high fantasy, feel good. Obviously there's conflict and everything else, but nostalgia, if you like Star Wars, if you like the original trilogy, and you like the prequel trilogy, especially the
Who
original
liked the
trilogy.
prequel trilogy? I would like to
Quite a
find
few
them.
people who were born in that era. Actually, there's actually a huge fandom for the prequel trilogy. The kids of that era. In Star Wars fandom, it's really, you have the original trilogy fans, and then if you were kind of a younger person during the prequel, like my kids even like the prequel trilogies better than any other films. But yeah, if you were a kid during that generation, because George Lucas made those films for his kids, so kids who grew up there really do love the prequel trilogy, and I like 1.3 of them. And then they're kids who grew up during the Clone Wars cartoon, so there's a lot of Clone Wars fans, and then of course sequel trilogy kids, like my age kids. But yeah, actually, at the end of the day, my kids really do like the prequel trilogies. And my youngest son actually loves Episode 2, which is my least favorite of all 11 movies.
Yeah, I can't watch that movie without laughing.
It's
through
so
the
badly.
Anakin
It's
Skywalker
so
scene.
badly edited too. Is my big problem. But so it is. But yeah, no, not everybody is. But there is a considerable amount of prequel trilogy fans. But yeah, definitely there's a lot of old original trilogy vibes in The Mandalorian, with some Clone Wars, Dave Filoni kind of stuff going on. So
nice.
Witcher is definitely dark and trippy, and it jumps back and forth, so it's kind of confusing or disorienting, I guess, because there's no real like you kind of have to kind of learn into the timeline because he bounces all over the place.
They do a great job of tying it all in.
It is. No, it's wonderfully done. But yeah, it's a little disorienting at first until you realize we're like dealing in different time places because of course he's not a young man.
I'm casually rewatching Lost right now, so it can't do it as bad as that one. So
oh no,
yeah.
it's very. I mean, Witcher I thought was masterfully done. Yeah, just very, very good.
It was very well done.
Yeah,
awesome. I've been meaning to watch it. This gives me a push.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, the diner scene in Attack of the Clones, that is good. No, I like Episode 1. I'm a big Star Wars fan. Let's put that out there. I think that's pretty well known. But yeah, I like Episode 1. I don't have any problem with Episode 1. Episode 2 just is hard for me. There are certain parts I like, certain parts that are just kind of and the last part of Episode 3 I think is perfect. But I'm not so big on the first two parts of Episode 3. But man, the last act of Episode 3 is just brilliant in so many different ways. Beautiful, well written, visually stunning, epic.
My wife and I were watching Umbrella Academy, and we binge watched season 1 and 2. But season 1, there's like a good portion of it that takes place near a donut shop.
Oh,
and we realized we had not had donuts in like 5+ years, and found
5 years. What?
How'd
you pull that off?
I used to live in San Francisco. There's no good donut places there. There's only
that makes sense. There's aliens there. All right, you get a pass.
I hate that city. I have nothing nice to say about San Francisco.
Oh, same.
Anyway,
wow.
Sorry, everybody who lives in San Francisco.
Yeah, we just got unsubscribed.
Well, I mean,
your rent is going down at least.
Yeah,
you should move.
Yeah,
there's a lot of things changing there right now.
It's really not a good place to be right now with all the fires. Yeah, that's for. But
yeah, no, to pile it on, Inc.
There's
you guys are having a terrible time, and you're a terrible place. You deserve it.
Yeah, there's a couple other shows that I again with little kids and not watching a lot of TV. I'm not watching a lot, but I heard the Watchmen show. I really do like the Watchmen. The Watchmen show was really good, and then there's a Lovecraft show. I forget what it's called that just came out.
I know what you're talking about.
I forget what it's called, but yeah, it's kind of based on Lovecraftian H.P. Lovecraft.
Lovecraft County.
Lovecraft County, yeah.
Lovecraft Country.
I've heard
Lovecraft
that. I've
Country.
heard that's supposed to be really, really good. Yeah. Halcyon Rumble.
I have not watched it yet.
So no.
I love H.P. Lovecraft. And I love horror.
It's on HBO Max, so I have not seen it yet, but I've heard good things about it.
I still haven't finished watching the last season of Game of Thrones. I know what happened though.
Don't watch it. Just leave it unknown.
No, I am my thing was Jaime Lannister. He gets the dragons and he defeats the others and takes the Iron Throne and brings peace to the kingdom. That's my ending.
Wow, spoilers.
Yeah. my hero, Jaime Lannister, the hero of the story. Yeah. Like Severus Snape before him.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
I just realized I have not done the Cactuar daily yet.
Oh, do your Cactuar dailies quickly.
And I was going to collapse right after we finish the post show, so I need to do that.
Do your
dailies. That's what
dailies.
happened to me 2 weeks ago, and I missed the Cactuar daily. But I still, luckily, since August is 31 days, I still got the 2 EX tokens I needed. But I was so worried. I literally passed out after post show. That was when I had like 3 shots of whiskey. I woke up at 4:03. That was the first thing that I realized. I was so mad.
4:03. Wow, that must have been a memorable waking up for you to remember that exact time.
I typically remember the exact times.
Because it's 3 minutes after reset. It's after reset, Black Cloud.
Okay.
Oh,
that
I
explains.
Reset was at 3 a.m.
Reset would be at 4.
Okay.
Reset is at 4, and then it'd be 4:03, so it'd be like 3 minutes after.
See, all right.
Yeah, I'm on the East Coast. That happens at 4 a.m. for me.
I am going to finish this daily token foray, and then I think I'm going to have to call it for the night.
Yeah, I think we're probably going to be finishing up here. So I got.
You mean this hasn't been long enough already?
Yeah, well, an hour and a half is a pretty good post show considering the regular show.
I'm not even
hours,
sure what we talked about.
The timestamps will be fun on this. I just don't do them. So there you go.
For the post show, you were planning to do them?
No, not at all. I don't know, not at all.
You should, because people can skip to the Witcher talk and then,
there's there would be a lot of things like, I really want to hear what everybody says.
Rambling Rant 2,
I really want to hear what everybody says about Mulan. I really want to hear what everybody says about White Claw. I really want to hear
Stinky talk Mulan.
We did talk about Mulan.
Very briefly.
We need a timestamp for Rez's Culture Flex, though.
Yeah.
That
should be clipped. Somebody should clip that.
Actually, the content creation with the Squix Joshua being here was pretty gold.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Jen, you weren't here for this, but in the chat, I got Joshua's blessing to defeat you.
Oh, ouch.
Well, not actually. He wished me the best of luck and said I could do it. So,
isn't that what everyone thinks?
Yeah.
We were talking about how much we hated Jen earlier.
Everybody said they hated Jen.
I'm going to be quitting this game now.
Yeah. We need to clip all of us saying, "Wow, we hate Jen."
Wow.
Jen, I'm still rooting for you because Rez used tickets at the beginning of the poll battle, and I don't think she deserves to ever win as long as she's still mixing tickets.
Disqualified.
Thank you.
Jen used those tickets too.
He got bullied into it.
I actually was thinking
get bullied
about
into
not
everything.
doing it, but he did bring it up first. You'll see that he brought it up first in the video.
I'm sure he was under duress. I watched the video.
Yeah, so then you should know that he brought up the tickets first.
Everyone knows that I'm bullied all the time. That's what everyone knows. And
I watched all 3 versions of the video. I watched Rez's, I watched Jin, and then I watched the underground version, the red one. So yeah,
that one is where the good stuff is.
It was a little bit more intense. It's a little bit more intense. But yeah. Hey, well, thank you. Black Cloud, Black Nero on YouTube. Inkwelder on YouTube and TomberryTroop.com. Jin Lee is Jin Lee with a J on YouTube. Kriese is Kriese from the Crystal Chronicles. Mark is also the Crystal Chronicles. And Resphoina is Resphoina on Twitch and on YouTube. So thank you all. And Aarolei, of course, was here, and she is Laylee on YouTube. Or YouTube. Windows has an update for you. Curses, Windows.
The update beforehand.
And she is, Laylee on YouTube. So thank you all. And thanks for hanging
guys.
out. It's always fun. I like hanging
Thanks,
out like
everyone.
this. So yeah, have a good night, everybody. We'll talk to you all later.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.